I like Nerf, click here for his channel. I like Nerf was using this idea for a breach, and this is pretty cool. He was basically using the spacer PETG on a Europet PETG as a breach, and I tried it out and it works really great. So you get your Europet PETG, you Dremel out a slot, don't make it too wide. This slot actually fits both Nerf streamlines and Stefan's nicely, yep, as you can tell. And you just get a piece of spacer PETG and slide it over. That's all, simple as that, and it's a great breach. So as you can see, I shall demonstrate it to you now. Yep, I don't know if you could hear that, but yep. Shall load a dart and fire off so that you guys can see. Just one, like that. Close the breech, pump it up, fire it. Yeah, so I really like the Supermax 500, by the way. It's a great blaster, really fun. Okay, here's the question now. There are many videos out there that describe and explain in-depth details of what type of barrel material you should choose for air power blasters and spring power blasters. Now, this is the thing about air pressure that I would like to ask any of you or whoever is knowledgeable in that department. What happens in air tanks is whenever you pump it up, you pressurize the air inside the air tank to a high level so that when you squeeze it out, when you release the air, it's a one-shot blast of really quick air. Therefore, you need a smooth barrel dart fit so that the air does not build up again within the barrel or the area where the air travels, right? And then it's the other way for Springer blasters, where you actually require a twist fit so that when you fire off from the spring, from the plunger, sorry, the air gets a little bit pressurized within the space or the chamber, and that built up pressure actually helps you to launch a dart even further, because higher air pressure equals to a quicker air release. So this is the question: what about vacuum loading? Vacuum loading is very evident, very commonly found in especially people who use like PASs or the R3s or like plus bows, especially when it's single loaded. So if my blaster was like 100% airtight and I were to vacuum load a dart in, like so, in a scenario where my barrel material is not Europet, let's say for example my barrel material, my barrel material was actually 1/2 inch CPVC, for example, your dart gets vacuum loaded into your Springer blaster, alright, like that. So from where the dart stops to where the plunger head is right now, that is vacuum air. So the question is this vacuum air actually good or bad? Which is better, for you to actually prime the blaster first and then load the dart in, or vacuum load the dart? Because if it's going to be a spring blaster, then the logic is for you to actually have a twist fit so that air can build up behind the dart before launching everything out as you squeeze the trigger. But if you vacuum load it, aren't you actually just sucking the dart in with the same amount of air in, and when you squeeze the trigger, the plunger just pushes everything forward out without much, much air space, air volume for you to actually pressurize everything before going out? If you do know, please comment on this video. Yeah, I would really like to find out. I know it might sound like a noob or silly question, but yeah, it's really something that I would like to find out. Yeah, so basically that concludes my video on all these things about PETG. I'm sorry if I ranted on and on, but it's just something that I really wanted to find out. I hope you found this informative, and yeah, thanks for watching.